Check, check, check. There we go. Oh, that was weird. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Almost ready. Just letting the guys know. All right, back to charts. Okay, there we go. All right, we're getting there. Almost ready. Just letting the guys know. All right, back to charts. Okay, there we go. All right, we're getting there. Almost ready. Just letting the guys know. All right, back to charts. Okay, there we go. All right, we're getting there. Almost ready. Okay, guys, you hear me all right? Hey, guys. Hey. Looping. Okay, let's see. Check. Okay, should be okay now. PK, let me, oh, here he is. Okay. Let's get back over here. Yeah, just another minute or two. I got people adding here. That's good. Yeah, we get right down to the wire. Now they're adding. All right, what we got? There's 11:33. We'll give another 2 minutes. Okay, good. Thanks. Yeah, I think if I have it playing on YouTube at the same time, it loops it. All right, I think we're okay, though. I think we're good. All right, we're giving another. What do we got? Well, let's start at 35. Another minute. Yeah, I do this just as a public service. PK. No, you got the point of all of this, right? Is for the. It's not. I've been saying this for how long we've been doing this? 4 years. The idea is not necessarily to take what I or my team, have spotted here. The idea is for the members to post. That was always been the idea with this. So I get a little discouraged when the members aren't posting. It's like, come on, I know you have a chart. It's not about necessarily critiquing your TA. It's more, are you progressing, right? Do you have questions, right? I can see it in your TA, right? If you're getting a handle on what we're teaching. And then just the reinforcement of this through, as I take you through the charts, it's reinforcing the methodology, right? It's, again, you've heard me say this for four, I guess we've been doing live streams for 4 years. Same way every time. That gives us an edge. So hopefully you get that. So it's but I know it's just human nature, right? People come to these things saying, "Oh shit, maybe I can spot a setup, something," which is there's nothing wrong with that. As I've said before many times, some of the best setups I've had all year have come from members spotting something that I hadn't seen. Shit, my God, man, no way I can cover everything. I've got some trades on now that came from the live stream I'm still holding that are beauties. All right, let's get. Oh shit! Wait, let's get a disclaimer out of there. Okay, I think we're okay, guys. I'm checking the chat over there on. I love this big wide monitor that I have, but it makes it really hard to see things. No place for a camera. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so this is first request here. This came from, oh God, he said, sorry, I know it's a difficult name. Indurite, I don't even know. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Oh, let me get that off because I know that's annoying. All right, so this is what he was interested in, I believe. Yeah, Pyth to the dollar tether on Qcoin right now. Oh, we in the States, so we can't trade on Qcoin anymore. Is that a clean Elliott account? Well, it's not particularly. It does look like you've got a pretty good 3, 4, 5, right? So it looks like we finished with a 5 here. What are we going to do with that? Looks like it's well, it looks to me like that we'd want something along these lines, like an ABC here. So can we get a maybe A, B, C, D, E. Maybe we can get a fuck. It's sloppy, but perhaps we've got some sort of a triangle here that would give us a B or a W, X, Y. I don't know that it particularly matters here, really. It's kind of sloppy. It's a new coin, a little pump, wiki. Is it technical? Well, it's okay, right? We're to and through the golden zone. 707 probably down there. You probably got something down here. The ICT guys, they like this, right? They like the 707, the 786, right? So, in the it's Jesus, it's just all over YouTube. This is from the 618, 707, the 786, right? This is where they're looking, which is very valid, right? Now, do we have an algo here? Well, I don't think you have the same kind of verification that I show you with the golden zone. I mean, for 5 years, I've probably shown it 50,000 times. Do we have here? Well, there's certainly If this is retracing, we're in a reasonable location to be looking for entry here. We're certainly, I'm out of log scale, so we're in the discount, right? We can certainly say that we're in the discount of the discount, right? Depending on how you want to frame this. I mean, you could use this pivot certainly here. Okay, we're in the discount of the discount from this swing range. So, okay, well, all right, that's something to work with here. So you might look here and say, okay, is this maybe down here? Just do it again, right? Is this accumulation? Are we accumulating for the next pump? I don't know that I don't know that I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's more, okay, it hit. It's kind of establishing itself. So for the Elliottician, what would you be looking for? Oh, it's getting something, can we get something like this coming out of here? Maybe, right? So I look at that and I go, okay, well, how would, if I had to trade this, I'd get all this off of here. Okay, I know I'm in the discount of the discount here. I'm just going to use this current range here. So I'm looking for entries. So I from the daily, let's go down to the 4. Okay, so what can we see that gives us something objective to work with, right? It's always the question, right? So you can say, well, fuck, I had a hunch, right? I felt like it was going higher, but that's not how a professional would approach this, right? We want to try and keep, well, let's probably put this over here, ABC. We want to be objective about this so that we're not just winging it. Right. Oh, well, I had a hunch, right? I read something on Twitter or YouTube, my feed, that this was going to kick. We want to be a little more objective about that. So what we can say here with, let's see, where's my arrow here? So here's the on the 4 hour here's the inducement, right? This is the language pioneered by, he's an educator. Again, he goes by Khan, right? But I like it because it's objective, right? That's the point, right? So if we say, oh, well, we don't consider the low in until we have, 20 ticks or 40 pips or 40 points, it's so completely random, right? So no two traders are going to do it the same way. If we use the last pivot before we drove down here, by sweeping that, what do? We confirm that I have a good pivot down here. That's the point of this. Because otherwise, right, you look down here and you go, well, how would I objectively define that the low is in? That's why I choose Ethereum, right? Because they have built this into, it's the only one that I know of that's done this, right? If there are others, if there are others, I don't know of them. Meaning, here's the pivot that drove to this low, that broke this. Here's the break of structure, right? So from here we go down. So this is the last swing high before the break of structure. So it's very important that we break this to confirm the low. So we in turn now, here let's just use this, right? We can confirm I have a good low here. Now, when I say that doesn't mean that we can't come down here and sweep it, right? If anything, let's see, where's our we'd have to use this here probably. Let's use this. All right, here, let's fill that in with, here we'll do blue here. Okay, right, so if you might look at it that way and say, okay, come here. Here's the move down here. They gave me this, they gave me this, they gave me this, right? So I've got two swing ranges here. I've got the internal, the small range here. You see here, this would be a change of character, which we've broken. And then I've got the bigger swing here that produces the break of structure. So, right, so bringing just some market structure into Elliott Wave because they fit so nicely together. What can I see here? Well, I've got a candidate now. I've swept the 4. So if you've got your Elliott hat on, what are you thinking? Oh, 1. A, B, we're starting on the retrace. Look at all the juicy imbalance that I have down here. So I've got all of these candidates down here as potential support. What's the algo thinking? Well, here I've filled this. Why I'm going to leave this empty, leave this unmitigated, to use SMC language. Okay, maybe. Well, if you're looking for a trade here, well, of course we would want to have the algo at our back, wouldn't we? If we can get it. Now, oops, doesn't have to be golden zone, right? Anywhere between the 50 and the golden zone, we know an algorithm's going to fire, right? Now, an algorithm firing, right, doesn't mean that we're off to the moon. It just means that we have software kicking in here. They're going to start buying here. That does not mean, right? Remember, we're always an algo on the other side, right? Look here. This is the conundrum. This is just modern trading. Right? There's no way around it. We go from algo to algo, right? It's just one algo to go to the next one. So we're sitting here, right? We've got one here that's driving for this target here. It's not good until we get on the other side of this, right? It's going to stay short until it gets here. And take some profit. So now you just got to battle. So you have to look at this and go, well, who has the upper hand here? I mean, we don't know, but we can surmise from this that with a good low here and the break of these two pivots here, we've swept here. So we have a potential, right? Just the potential for a trend change. So for us, that's good news, right? So this is all good news. Now, even though the trend is still down, we can deduce from this that we have the potential, right? It's always just that. It's the potential for a completed impulse from this pivot here. We've got potential for it. Okay, could I be done here? Well, I've had a break of structure, right, and now a change of character. So the reason you'd want to be looking here is because the risk reward is so much better down here than being a seller, right, at this point here. After all this, now that doesn't mean that it can't go down here. Of course, right? The market's going to do what it's going to do. We're just trying to look for where can I get an edge based on the technicals that would give me an appropriate risk reward, a reward commensurate with the risk. Well, what's the risk? Well, I wouldn't take it past the 786. There's no reason to, right? If we're coming down this low, I don't, okay, next target is the pivot. No reason to hold down here. If it were to do that and break some of this, let's get in there. Yeah. If it were to go that far down here and break some of this, I'll wait. Which I would, again, this is how we would teach it to you. If we're going to do this, I'll wait for this, right? So I can get that algo. I want the algo leading in front. I want it. I think of it as the machete, right? Clearing the forest. Don't make me do it. I'm going to let you do it. You've got much more muscle than I do, if you'll allow for the metaphor, right? So, okay, right? So if I can come down here and I can be a buyer here, and you can see why would the algorithm want to come back down here? Well, I've got this big imbalance. I got another one down here, and I got an order block below. So if we're coming down into this range, hey, heads up. But you've got to use your judgment here, because if we get down here, what are you thinking right here? Oh, well, fuck, of course they're going to get it. Well, that's dangerous thinking, right? To assume anything in the market. You don't want to assume. I promise you, if you assume it's going to break it, it won't break it. But that doesn't mean that we necessarily want to be trying to buy here just because it's so close to the pivot. Oh, well, okay, the stop would be very low. Okay, that's not silly thinking. But what you'd rather do here, let's clean this up a little bit, is we'd rather see it pivot here and then give me something technical that I can lean into. If this is 1-2 and I'm expecting a 3 here, if I get a 1-2, well, again, while it's possible, right? I mean, look what ETH just did, right? That we could go in some sort of a vertical like this. It's just not probable. What's more likely is that we would do it in some sort of a 5-wave structure. If this is 1-2 and I'm looking for a 3, well, I'm anticipating, right? Anticipating an impulse. See, this is, I say this a lot, but this is the advantage that the Elliottician has over any other method. Period. Because I know that if this, then that, and if not that, then this, which I can't do that with SMC. I can use the two together to get me the best possible scenario, right? Which is what I'm doing here. Here's the break of structure, right? So the trend is still down. So you're trying to go counter trend here, which is why, I mean, if I'm going to do something counter trend, I want to make damn sure I've got an algo leading me. Rather than, 786 order block, here, I'll just buy it, right? I'll take this one, right? It's just a smarter way to do it. Right? Not that there are going to be times where it's going to run, or you're not going to get it right every time. But something like this is just a smarter way to do it than trying to pick the turn. It's not going to sweep the low. No, it's not. It's going to hold that order block. It's going to hold it. It might. It could. But I'd rather see it happen. I'll take the first retrace, because now I have even more to lean into. I've seen the reaction down here. I've seen this get mitigated. I've seen this get mitigated. Now I get the push. Now, do I get a break here to get me another change of character? Oh, pardon me. That would be a break of structure, actually, because we've got the first changes right here. If I break again, now I'm going to get a boss or a market structure shift. Okay, so if I get that and then I can retrace again, that's where I want it. And if I'm buying it here, what am I trying to get into? I'm trying to get into the third, which is the money ball, right? That's the one I want to hit. Now, hopefully that makes sense, right? I mean, you're coming in we're in a downtrend. You're trying to pick the turn. So if we're going to pick the turn, let's not be cowboys about it. Right? I mean, it's too easy. All of a sudden, 100 here, 1,000 here. All of a sudden, you're like, fuck, man, I'm down $5,000, and I was just kind of farting around. You can't do that. The market will punish that. It does punish it. Odds are you've experienced it. You can't be a cowboy in here. You've got to be strategic and thoughtful and constantly aware of what your risk is and how you're going to deal with it. If it starts to come down here, do you have a stop? Do you care? Right? I mean, are you just going to park money here because I'm just I'm bullish on Pyth Network? Are you trading with leverage or not? All the little decisions you got to make, right? We can't make those for you, but I can certainly teach you that you don't need to pick the turn. Let the market show you, and then oh shit, I got a higher low and a higher high. Oh, am I going to get another higher low? Well, if I am, I'm in the 3. some things to think about. Oh shit. I'm surprised I just happened to be peeking over at the NQ. Right? The entire planet is waiting for NVIDIA earnings. NQ selling off a little bit. It looks to me like a setup. Right? I think we all know what's likely to happen at the end of the day. So the market's just in rotation, and when the market's in rotation, that's ripe for manipulation. So the fact that the NQ is down, right? Any of you that are NQ traders might look at some of those puts or calls on the QQQ. Okay, I digress. All right, so there's kind of a nice example of, okay, I'll wait rather than be trying to pick the turn. I got to pivot. Show me a higher low. And I'll be more interested. All right. Now, this is from our same member here, Indurite J. Let's see if anybody listed it down here. I don't think I've got any Bitcoin or ETH, surprisingly. Do I have any? None of you guys. Wow, that's so surprising. All right, none of you guys. Well, I guess, of course, the NVIDIA earnings will affect every market, right? So if assuming it's bullish, right, the NQ will fly, it'll be risk on. He's asking for an update on Bitcoin and ETH, right? So here, let's just take a quick peek here, right, for those YouTubers and those who may not be in our Discord. Not in our Discord, shame on you. Okay, well, so it is free, by the way. Excuse me. Well, here's Bitcoin. All right, so it's so tempting to just go, oh fuck, of course we're off to the moon. Just at least have a plan B, right? An alternate count here, which is this is Sensei PK reminding me, right? Okay, don't lose track of the bear count, right? I'm an uber bull, right? So I have to be reined in from my bullish enthusiasm every now and then, and reminded that there's a very, very valid bear count here that we have to respect. And so that would put the 4 over here in something, maybe something, this high volume node here, because we don't know, right? We can't say we know. This could be an A, B, and a C, right? I've got an A, a B, and a completed impulse here for a C. Very reasonable candidate for an X. And then down we come for the, A, B, C to finish it. Now, do I think that's what we have here? Well, I don't want to have to rely on what I think. I want to rely on what I see. Well, I see this completed impulse here. This is the tell, right? When we come back here. Now, one thing to note here, if you just look at it the way I have this framed here, here's the value area. We didn't blow through the value area high. We came right to it. Tick, tick, tick. Right? S&P is similar, right? So it's kind of risk in general. Okay, interesting, right? Until we get out of this rotation, this is just rotation, right? We're just rotating from value area high, value area low, value area high. Are we going back to value area high? Well, the POC seems a reasonable target. If we're going to get a 3 in here, is this going to be a 3 to take me back to the POC? Where you can just visually see there's potential for this support here at the POC. Well, what is that setting up? Well, okay, certainly possible that I'm going up for my 5. Now the X comes off the board. Pretty much. I'm just looking here if there's an alternate here that could have an X up here. It seems unlikely. So if we get the 4-5, right? So if you're looking for entry in Bitcoin, this is the next one. I should put conditions on that. In our opinion, right, and here my guys may differ from me, but yeah, let me say that. In my opinion, if this is the 3, and there's pretty good reason to anticipate that that's my 3. Good 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a good 5. Now it could go again. We could be doing this, right? I'm not saying we couldn't, but right now, remember, it's always just a snapshot in time. If this is complete here, you can count this a couple of different ways, right? So you could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3 here. You could do it this way and then use it as internal. I think PK has it that way. I don't think it matters, right? So this is the internal 4, 5 of the 3, 4, 5, right? So here I've got a good candidate for the 3 to be in. But we don't really lock and load until I get this. And even then, are you taking it here? Depends on your risk tolerance. Depends on whether you're trading with leverage or not. It's not a bad thought to be taking it right there. Yeah, I will often split it between some with leverage, some without, right? Because if I get something, some news, something, right? Maybe NVIDIA disappoints and the whole market sells off. If I'm going to take the stop on my leverage, I may not want to be out on the spot. Just something to think about. Okay, but as we sit here right now, having pinged right here at the value area high, I'm not interested in buying it there. Now, when I say that, right, I know right now it's easy for me to say that. I'm plenty long. So but if this goes higher here and we get this, what are you going to think? Here? I think not, right? Given the size of the two. This would strike me as being internal, right? And I'd be more inclined to be doing this, right? I'm going to have some sort of an extension here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got some extension in the fifth of the third. If we launch, right? So just playing it forward. Let's say we get bullish results from NVIDIA, risk on, explodes up. NVIDIA, the NQ explodes, everything explodes higher. Are you putting the 4 here there? Of this count? I think not. I think it's too soon to do that. I'd put this 4 there and make this here, right? Some sort of internal or extension here. Maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's too soon to say, okay, the 4's in here at the higher degree. It's my view. Right? I could be wrong. Something to think about. I love it, right? If we can get it down at the POC, I'll be buying. Let's get over to ETH before I beat that dead horse. Kind of the same thing, although it looks a little better here, right? So we've got the, it's not too far, right? We're still, let's pull back a little bit. I'm drawing that from this swing low, right? So you can see where that's being drawn from. It's from this pivot here before we start up, right? Which is very thin push. Okay, now we got all this consolidation here. We're just above in between the 50 and the golden zone. Now we get news, right? Now this is, it's hard to know. Okay, right? Would anybody see that coming? No, nobody saw that coming. But part of what's happening here is you've got liquidation, right? So stops, right, are getting hit. So you got all the shorts are getting squeezed out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it kind of looks like the same thing. 4, 5, but at this, right, we'd likely be calling this a 3, right? Given that push. What are we trying to do here? 3, 4. It doesn't look to me like it looks to me like it's the same kind of thing, but at a degree lower, because we have a different count slightly here. 1, 2. It's the same big 1, 2, but then I get another 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and then this has to be the 3. Here's what I don't think. I know, just feel free. This would be my opinion, and this is where the Elliott can be a bit subjective. Here, I get a swing, I get a golden zone retrace. Now I get this. Well, what I don't think we're doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a monster 5. So given the choices here, since I've got that, I think this is just shy of a 50. Don't quite make the 50. Now, it's interesting. We don't overlap here. That's a 4-hour. It's even a bit of a stretch to get the 5 in here. You got to take it down here and dig it out here. I mean, it's skinny. 1, 2, 3, 4, barely there. Barely there. Is this some sort of a 3, 4 here? It ain't pretty. Okay, right, but I don't think we want to try and think 1, 2, 3, right? That seems less probable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C of the, well, let's get it over here, 2. And then we got to go 1, probably 2 here. 1, A, B, C, 2. Moonshot. Oh, he's getting an ETF. Is it? It's unconfirmed, right? That's not a fact yet. But boy, that sure is anticipatory. Let's go back to a 2. Left a lot of imbalance below. Right? It's one side, it does not get to participate here, right? We go so fast, right? And just liquidations. Given what we have here, right? You ready to put it there? Maybe, right? I mean, you want this to be as I like to point out here, you want this to be connected, right? We don't want to be putting the come here, way off to the side here. We want these two to be connected. So bring this up here. I want that to be nice and tight. I'm already 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there's a B. Maybe that's W, X, Y. We get a little wider here. This is ripe down here. Right? Unlike the algo to leave that just unfilled. Again, market's under no obligation to do anything ever. Doesn't look to me like that's done. Looks to me like, well, let's go to our, what do I got here? This is a long-term stoke. Right, not surprising, right on that big kick, it's a buy. I think it's a 100, 500. It's kind of interesting. I was fussing with it this morning, right? Pretty good signals, actually. Oh, it's like a SOTT. It's a long-term stochastic with a trend tracker. Pretty good. If you look that up, SOTT, I was fussing with it this morning. Looks like it's good, right? It's the stoke, though, but so you got to be careful about them. You don't want to trade necessarily the crossovers. I digress. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. What are we looking for? We're trying to complete the 3 of this at this degree. 1, 2. Well, again, right? Why would you not measure? Let's get that out of there. You would measure, right? What again? If you're a carpenter, really, you're going to start building a house. You're not going to do any measuring. It's not precise, right? So if it's 1, 2, okay, maybe I'm going to get up here. But this, right, doesn't quite fit, right? If this is 1, 2, seems like there's going to be an extension here. This would be the 3. So if I'm measuring on the inside, well, let's look at that's going to be well past, right? It's too far, right? You'd have to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 8. I mean, this was a big pump, right? Kind of a surprise pump. Something to do. I wouldn't buy that. Again, I'm plenty long, so it's easier to say that when you're in a good position. But if you're looking for a place to enter, well, okay, right? Again, just keep it. When in doubt, keep it simple. Oh, I can't do it. Here, we'll just do it this way. Oh, let's just use here something like this, right? Discount premium. Do we want to buy at the highs? Well, some will, some do. I think my opinion of that is pretty well established. You couldn't pay me to buy that. Well, maybe you could pay me. Whatever I'm going to lose on getting stopped out, you could pay me that. And now I don't know that it's not going to go. That's a low probability trade. I'm buying at the value area high on the anticipation that we're just going to keep going. Is that what it usually does? That's all we get. There's no, forecasting the future here. All we get to do is look at the past. What does it historically tend to do? Does it tend to land at the value area high and then just keep going? Well, for that to happen, what has to happen to the value area? It has to shift higher. Do we have some reason to think that that's happening yet? No. Come down a little bit where I can, something, oh shit, come here. Something like this, where I can get a 4 in there. Okay, there's the POC right at the 38. Yeah, that I'm a little more interested in. It's not that I know or that anyone knows. It's just a more logical way to approach it. Oh, okay. Well, so why would somebody buy it up here? There's only one reason. Only one. FOMO. Right? Oh shit! I thought figure was going to go, so I just bought it. Well, if you do that and then you get stopped out, well, okay, now the self-flogging. God, why? What? I know better than to do that. Why would I buy it at the highs? Okay, right. So that you got to deal with that, right? Which is not as insignificant, right? Self-flogging hurts the trader. Okay, we come down here and you buy it here and you get stopped out. Okay, well, at least now you're like, oh, okay, well, stopped did its job, right? I guess it was a little early on that, right? So we're going to buy it a little bit lower. Maybe we're going to get a deeper 4. But at least you're not like, oh, God, what an idiot. Why am I such an idiot? which is what's going to happen. If you buy it here and get stopped out, that's the self-talk that's going to happen. Why would I buy that? I know better than that. Now, if it, just think it through. If it goes here and you're like, God damn it, I knew that was going to go. Okay, right. So what's your, again, we're back to what's typical or normal, what's abnormal. Okay, is this enough, right? Just the threat that we're going to get an ETF, that we're going to hold the value area here and go. Well, if it does, okay, what did we do? All we did was complete the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still trying to complete that third at this degree here, this one. Okay, I've completed the internal. What am I anticipating next? Well, number one, again, I'm trying to keep this simple and I don't approach this with a sense of arrogance because I don't know what the market's going to do. Nobody knows. If I get this, what's that? Break of structure. What do I anticipate? Not what do I know? What do I anticipate based on what the market typically does? If I get a break of structure, what am I anticipating? Retrace. Now, look, if it comes back to where it typically comes back, this is where I wanted to buy it. This is where I was like, oh shit, do I buy it? Do I buy it? Do I buy it? If it just follows what it normally does, is your entry better, worse, different? Oh, okay, maybe you missed this on the assumption that you would know to get out at the absolute high. Maybe, right? If you're telling yourself that, you're just fooling yourself. Stop it. You're not going to do that. No, you're not, right? Maybe software, but you are not. Neither am I. Neither is anyone, right? We don't pick turns because, oh, I knew it was done there. That's not reality. 4. Still looking for that top. Still looking for 5. Am I worse off here? Or did I just, okay. Well, see, ultimately what it does is it puts you into a location where I have some conviction here. Here, I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know. I hope, right? Let's hopium. That's a hopium buy. I hope it goes. If you wait down here, and now I've got something I can lean into. It's like, oh, well, shit, that's exactly what I was expecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now I get it over here, but with much more conviction. And not like, oh shit, I hope it goes. Right? That's no fun. You don't want to trade that way. Nobody likes that. How do you avoid that? Wait and pick your spot. Wait until it's right where, like, the shit. If I get stopped out, so be it. But I can take that trade 100 out of 100 times, knowing that if I do that with this is my risk and this is my reward, over time, that math works for me. Well, shit, okay, so what does that mean? So does that mean that whenever a market pumps, every time I get to the value area high, I'm going to buy it? Because that's what you're saying. Oh, well, now part of my trade plan is when I get to the value area high, after a massive pump like this off of news that's unconfirmed, I buy it 100 out of 100 times. Is that what you're saying? I think not. This I can buy 100 out of 100 times with conviction, and not because I know the math works for me. That's what new novice traders do. God bless them. Right? They're going to learn eventually or be out of the market. Well, that was a little rant heavy. I didn't mean to go there, but here we are. Okay, so I got Bitcoin and ETH. That's Injurite. I can't pronounce that one. Oh, here's a good one, right? So always love to see Grant F, right? I'm in a couple of trades that he teased this up so beautifully. Now, Tesla, you're maybe a little bit late to this. He's already had his, oh, Jesus, look how good that is. Grant does just great work here. So here's an A, B, C. So we have, what do we have here? So we have a bat. Now, I teach this stuff. I try to tell you guys, I can't make this shit up. I mean, I just show you over and over and over and over and over and over again. So hopefully you go, maybe there's something to that. So do you see what, here it is, right in your face. Okay, so there's the golden zone. There's the target, right? So we make target, but what was the actual target here off of the golden corner here? Median line. Where do we hit the median line? At the next golden zone. What's the reaction? How do we know it's an algo? Reaction. I think, I mean, there's no video I've done, no live stream I've done ever in almost 5 years now where I'm not showing that over and over and over and over and over again. You're either going to get on board here, or if you fight it, you're just foolish. How could... I got to assume that anybody who's watched more than 2 of my videos would know what to do here. 5. Okay, let's keep it drop dead simple. Here's 5 followed by 3 at a golden zone where we're hitting target and we're hitting the median line. Now, that's not necessarily a sell signal, but the reaction there confirms it. What is the sell signal? The golden zone. So where's the trade here? Well, you're late to this one. Maybe the retrace. That's your best bet now. Retrace here with a stop over the pivot, looking for at least come down here and test this. Now you got big targets down here, right? If you get that, now you got your trade plan, right? Which is what Grant does, which is why he's such a good trader, because he gives you a full trading plan. All right, so this is now, he's got targets here. This is full target. Now, this is assumptive, right? It's making the assumption, which is why he has his first target here at the next golden zone, because we know, we don't have to wonder about it. We know there's going to be support here, right? There has to be a break on one side or we go sideways forever. So one side breaks, always. Just like there was one here, right? There was one here that, right? Look, Jesus Christ. Look at the first, look at this. Golden zone, golden zone, golden zone. I feel like I show this so often is people are like, oh my God, not this fucking guy again with the golden zones. What else is there to say? There's no market where I can't show you that. None. No, zero market. No time frame. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show it to you the same way every time. So there's a great looking trade. Okay, so part of it is reinforcing in your mind. When you see that, don't do nothing. You're late on this one, right? Grant's already right. So, but look at his risk reward here. That's his lowest risk reward. Is 13.4 to 1, 16.5, 22. How many of these does he need to have? Well, let's say he just only gets this, right? Is he disappointed? Would you be disappointed? Oh, fuck. I only got 13.5 to 1. Tesla. It's great work, right? That's why he's a successful trader, right? Because it's methodical. One thing you'll note with Grant, every chart he posts, it's exactly the same, right? Which is what we're trying to teach you. What he adds is the harmonic, which is just a series of fib relationships. That's all it is. Look at his target down here, 100%. Look at it this way. Right? Here's the target, 100%. Do we get there? Well, that's his first target here. Oh, we got an algo target. Here's the 127, right? Second most common, also be the 100. Just nonstop, right? It's just, you're not trading against other traders. You're not. I know. It's like, what? It's you and the machines. The machines represent other people, the whales. But we don't move the market here at these pivots. Only the machines do. That's just great TA, Grant. Just great, right? Appreciate you. Okay, here I got Christos. Oh, I love this name. Christos Giannopoulos. Got to be Greek. He's got to be. Okay, so let me grab, what is he looking at here? Oh, shit. Here, hang on. What do we got here? This is, Optimism. Okay, good. Oh my God, look at this. Daily on Optimism. What do we get? Again, I can teach this all day long, but I can't pull the trigger for you. Golden zone. Something else I have to say? Well, let's look at his bigger picture here. Yeah, I have to check with PK. I don't think I can do a WXY into a W. I have to check with my Elliott wizards. For some reason I think, can I do this as a, no, I guess I can't. No, maybe I can. A, B, C, W, A, B, C, X. Oh man, he's going big here. So this is a big ABC. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. okay, that works. So let's come down a little bit into a 4. Oh, and that's nice, right? Good detail, right? This, I love to see this, right? Because I know that means he put the effort in. He's worked through all the swing structure, right? Which just means, so when I see that, what it means is that he's got conviction here in his trades, right? So to take the trade here, he can take because he's done the work. To say, okay, I see it. Okay, I can count this. I got it. Oh, leading diag into a retrace into a golden zone. Oh, no shit. Look what happened. No shit. Are you fucking kidding me? We bounced at the golden zone. Who would have suspected that? Nobody. How could anybody have known that? Of course, I'm being incredibly facetious. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's funky, right? It looked like you were done here, right? Didn't it? But it's not a 3. 1. Oh, that's. Well, you didn't get a great here. You didn't get much of a B here if that's A, B, C. But we've got another leading diag. So interesting. We get leading diag, retrace golden zone. Well, that means, of course, that we have. What's the only thing he hasn't added here? Golden corner. Oh, if I'm right on it. Let's get you right on it. So we are, note, not the 618. It's a couple of ticks in. Oh, did we get it? Looks like we did. All right, so 80% odds that we get there. What happens when we get there? Where are we now? Right. Well, we got a big fair value gap right here, and then so an order block. So you can just look. You don't even need to draw the order blocks. You just the fair value gaps, because all you're interested in are the fair value gap. Oh, that's a little. The fair value gaps, or pardon me, are the order blocks that cause the fair value gap. So I've got an order block here because it caused the fair value gap. Right. That's the only that's all you need to really watch for. All right, so because this order block here caused the fair value gap. So we know that's muscle here. So are we coming back to that fair value gap? That's what he's suggesting. Well, okay, so one, he's done all the work to get to where he's got good pivots here, right? And we swept the inducement, right? So if we go back to how do we know it's a good low, right? So here, because this is, actually you'd have to do it right here. Right, so this is swept. So there's the inducement. That means we confirm the low, which means I've got a good low here. Come here. So I've got a good low here. Now, right, as I come out of here, not right. So because there's a good example, right? So we go up here. Oh, is the low in? Well, you're thinking, oh, low's in. But we don't confirm it until we break this, right? Because that's the last pivot high that led to the low, right? This could have just kept going, right, without breaking some of that. But that gives us a good confirm right here. Oh, I got a low. Okay, so now I get a 5, right? It's a diag, but I get a 5. Golden zone. 5.50. Time to buy it? You'd like to get that as maybe that's kind of a skinny 3. I'd wait for edge, which is what he's got. So we've got some mitigation here. So the center line. Jesus, he's made up some ICT's made up some name. Fuck, what does he call that? It's just people are so stupid. So rather than call it the 50% of the fair value gap, I think he calls it the consequent encroachment, which is just retarded. Let's just call it the 50%, the halfway of the fair value gap. But no, he's got to sell mentorships. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at the 50. You'd basically be working off of the idea. Oh, I've got the A, I've got the B, I've got the C. Okay, maybe, but well, that's a 1 hour. I'd like to see that come. I'd like to see a 5 come off of there. Because what's the other possibility here? This is 1, 2, 3. We're going to roll over for something deeper, or we're going to come down here. Oh, now I got a 5. Ooh, do I like that? No, not so much, right? So you got to be mindful of, okay, what's the alternative? What if I'm wrong, right? First question always is, what if I'm wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a solid 5 here. I'm going to brighten this up here just a little bit. You see a little bit better. Is that my B? I'm getting pretty skinny here. Do I really have it? you're kind of a little hopium here. What we could do was, so we're in logs, so I got to do it this way. It's pretty tight. Break the channel is not necessarily buy. Al Brooks, right, of course, pioneered price action. What do we call him? The godfather of price action. When we break a channel, right, who buys here? Retail, right? The premise is the first break of the channel is setting up a push to get to a new extreme, which would put us here. So that's it's a little iffy, right? So if you're going to take this, I'd be very strict with my stop. Do I even have anything? You might be able to do this as a WXY. You might go ABC, WX, ABC. If so, you probably got it. Let's get this out of here. All right, so I've got a little baby fair value gap in here, right here, and I've got a pivot. All right, I got a higher high. Maybe in that pocket right there. You got a little consolidation. You got that fair value gap. You could take it right there. Stop under the pivot. If it gets stopped out, reevaluate. Then you'd be rethinking this. God, is it really a WXY? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5, 3, 5, right? Like I've got a zigzag coming down. Shit. Why not? Why not? It's not terrible. I could set that up. Got a couple of targets up above. You're not shooting for the moon there, right? But if we get something here, what are we looking for? 5, right? So 1, right? 1, get to the median line, retrace. 3, retrace. What would you be trying to complete here? The 1 of the 3, not the 3, right? We're going to have 5 in the 1. All right. I mean, is it possible? Even if you, okay, think that through. Okay, look at where we are. What's your target for the 3rd? Is that me here? All right, so here's your target for the 3rd up here. Okay, so here's what you're after for your 3rd. If this is 1, on the assumption that we've got the 1, 2 correctly identified. Well, that again, where does it usually go? So how are we going to get there? Well, that's where you start to look at it and go, okay, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I could get right up here where I'd have some resistance, right? Just every pivot, right? There's going to be liquidity on the other side of it, right? So we don't want to buy that. We want to wait. If it breaks it, what is it? The break of structure. What do we wait for after a break of structure? Retrace. So let's do that one, right? So if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, are you, it'll probably just keep going to that 3rd. Probably not. Again, anything's possible. Well, what does it typically do? Well, what it would typically do here is sweep that liquidity and then come back down to grab more liquidity, right? Because every impulsive move needs liquidity to fuel it. Where do they get it? They have to buy it from somebody. Where are the sell stops? They'll be below it. That's why they take it. That's why the theory behind it is valid, because if we break structure here, they're going to run out of fuel. They got to come back down here and grab some fuel to refuel to go back up. 1, 2. Well, you probably wouldn't do it in that one move, but you could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Remember, they got to refuel. Right. Think car, electric, Tesla, whatever. Right. They got to charge the battery. Where do they do it? With retail stops. Welcome to trading. Right. If you don't understand that, you're not gonna be long for the markets. Right. Until you figure it out. Right. And you accept it. What do the machines do? I can't fight the machines, but you can't win that. So you got to go with them, not against them. All right, let me keep going here. Oh, the shit, there it goes. I'm gonna buy it. Sorry, trading mid. I know I'm getting long in the NQ. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so I think we got Optimism. There's Christos. Great work. I love the detail. Right, so that's why he's off to a great start. I don't know where he is in his trading career, but he's at least he's acknowledging that you have to put some work into this. Very well done. Very well done. Glad to have you in here as a member. Okay, I got GZ 1968. You know him, you love him. George is giving us this one. He's been sending me this chart for a while. He likes this one. Let's get over here. Veracity. All right, Veracity. Let me copy here. And let's see how we're doing over there. Wizard here. No. Yeah, you guys can check with PK. He's back up for me. If I get something wrong, he'll quickly correct me. So if you want to, as I've said this many times, right? The value add of our little membership and our Discord is it's not just me. In fact, you'll interact with my senseis more than you will with me. I'm running two business. These guys are in here all day working counts, working with members here. I'm back and forth between two businesses, and you'll develop more rapport with them because you'll be in touch with them more often, right? So take advantage of these guys, right? So I hired them. They're the best traders I know. Okay, so what do I got here? Well, okay, so here I've got from swing low to swing high. Remember, the algo doesn't give a shit about your Elliott count, right? So we're just going to go dominant low to the high. What do I do? Duh, right? Anybody? If you're surprised by that, you're not paying attention. Do we have it off the low? Of course we do. What? Is there something else I need to say? Oh, that Elliott shit doesn't work anymore. That's for your grandfather. Well, you got to be careful here. So this is a deep retracement. It's perfectly technical, and then we do this, right? Perfectly technical. But this looks like a 5, right? So the alternate here is you'd have A, B, right? As he's proposing, right? Possibly here. I'm sure he's got an alternate count, right? Because he's very good at that. That we would have some sort of a C come down here. Maybe we revisit down here, or we're going deeper. Because this looks like a 5, right? So, you know, do we know? Well, of course, we never know. But that looks like a... That's pretty... I mean, no matter how you slice that, it looks like 5. Oh, shit. Come on. You might... I might quibble about where it is, but it looks like 1, A, B, 2, 3. That's A, B, C. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? So I got 5 down. That's kind of big. Oh, here we've got this, right? So, okay, well, so does that mean I know what's coming here? No, but it means I got a 5. Right? So how am I justifying that? Can I justify? Well, you know, again, right? We don't know, but if I've got a 5, I've got a clear 5 up. Oh, this is a 3-day. I got a clear 5 down, right? I don't think there's much. I don't think anybody's going to argue. Oh shit, that's a 3 all day. I don't think so. Now George is giving you a bullish scenario here, because if we take the Elliott off of it, swing, golden. Right now it's a little. You know, we're having to go with the higher pivot here because you would have started right here, right now. And so look, this is just fuck. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I can't do it. Okay, so we go. Let's get that right on there. Get out of there. Now this is a 3-day. Come here. Let's get right on that pivot. Right on that pivot. All right, so I'm a little sloppy down here on a 3-day. That's closes below, right? So that's actually, if I get it right on there, that's a break. Right now, did they stay with it? Well, kind of looks like it, although they didn't quite get there. What did they get? They get this. Oh, he's locked it. Get this? No. Okay, so here's the first one where you might have thought, oh, maybe it's a little fudgy here, but on the 3-day here. But this is clearly, we can see trading principle number 4, failure to make the median line. Now, we might get there eventually, but failure to make the median line at that angle equals a move, all right, say it with me, equal to or greater than the move that failed to get there. Right? That's trading principle number 4. We know we have 80% odds of getting there. Now, that's a bit sharp. It's a bit sharp. So thus the thinking, oh, do I put it out here? That's not how I would do it. I would draw another one right here. But from this swing to this swing, right now we're too far. Right? So we're losing some of that technical precision that we look for. Right? We're well broken here. So careful, right? Okay, when it starts to break down. So this was the first tell, like, ooh, right? You're expecting this because the machines are precise, right? They don't make mistakes. I mean, it's math, right? It's code. They don't make mistakes. All right, George, what are we thinking here? What's an alternate? I know you've got one, so let me go to the day. Here, all right. So here, he's really good at this. So I can see all the alternatives as I change the time frames. Okay, so A, W, X, Y, right? So now this gets interesting as an alternate here. All right, so he's right with me here. So this could be A, W, X, Y. Well, what would that be, the 2? Well, what the alternate was, I'm sure he's got in here, is A, B, C. Or, oh, shit. W, X, Y, I guess, would be the alternate. Pretty much a 3. Oh, we'd have to do it. You'd have to do this. That's not great. But you'd have to do A, B, C. So this is the 3, which would be A, B. Where are we going? Right. So somewhere lower. It's not the cleanest I've ever seen. What's the first question you have to ask yourself? Why do we stop here? Why don't we keep going? I haven't pulled this. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing it going, why do I stop there? Order block, 50? If so, where's the target? Eliminates the thought that it would be, well, pardon me. Still could be a 2. Still could be a 2 because this is the low here, 5. A, candidate, possible, B, C. What else does he give me? He wants to go 4 hour. All right, so let's just see. Let's get all of it. I'm just proposing. Sometimes I'm devil's advocate. Oh, shit, I can't do it. I can't squinch it. All right, so is that a 2? All right, so that's how you keep the bull count alive, by saying, yeah, it's a 2. Well, it's an 8 hour. Do we have a 2 there? Oof. That may be the skinniest 2 we've ever seen. I don't know if I can even get that over there. Oh, shit. That's cutting it pretty close. Looks like you get that. That looks better to me. Like I think this feels like one too many. Like this should be here, because this is so. That's pretty skinny. But there's a count here. Even if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So just to simplify, right? Now he's, to his credit, he's done some work here to give you all the swing structure, A, B, C, right? This is nice wedge. A, B, C. I don't love that, but there it is. A, B, C. Well, let's go with it here. My guess is PK gave him some backup on that, so we're going to do it. We're doing it this way: A, B, C, D, E. It wouldn't have been my first thought, but let's go with it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, A, B, 4, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good work, right? So we got that up to the 5th of X. I know this gets hard to follow. Okay, let's pull back a little bit here and see if we can get a bigger picture on this. Okay, right. So VRA, do we want to be a buyer here? Well, what have we just done? Right, we just tapped the golden zone. Are we done here? Right, this would be the Y. I have to tell you, I'm not sure I like this count. Let me just. Oh fuck! What do I got here over here? I don't even know what I've got over here. This is somebody else's work. That's all right. Well, let's just look here. I was just looking for a clean count. Let me just give me a second here. Let's see if I can. In no way do I mean to disrespect George's work. I'm just wanted to get a fresh count on this. Hang on. All right, let's just look at this again. Okay, I don't think there's much dispute that that's a 5. Well, let's just put them in there. Oops. It's like here. Oh, we can throw up Alba. And let's just start it from the low. From the low. Come here. All right, and let's be bullish. And let's get rid of that. Okay. Does that what? See, I don't know, George. It just looks like to me that's 5-3. Oh, something just got filled. Okay. I think you're forcing it, honestly. How are we not? I mean, I think we can agree this is a 5. Now it's it's 1, 2, 3. Is that A, B, C? Which essentially gives us this. Sure, I'm not sure I see it as you do, that this is bullish. You got plenty of reasons down here for the market to find some support down here. I'd want to see, just me, right? If I was looking at this, here's how I would view it here. I see all of this as just, let's bring that down a little bit, as just accumulation. Pushed, oh, back, sorry, well, no, we're not ready. Push, nope, we're not ready. Big push, oh, we're still coming back. It can't seem to get legs and hold. Now, granted, that's all hindsight, right? When it's up here, are you thinking, oh, shit, it's probably coming back? No. But here it is. So we're back to accumulation. To be a buyer here, I'd want to see some clear 5. Clear 5 followed by a 3. Then I'd go on the assumption that we're going to get something like that. This is just why, right? Again, I come back to, there's so many things to trade. Why take something iffy? You're basically saying, okay, I'm picking the turn. Even on a 4-hour, I'm picking the turn. I wouldn't go near it, and I'd want to see, well, the very least, this has to get swept, because that gave us this break here, right? So this break here has to get swept here, so I can confirm the low. So play it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off the low. Got a good low. All right. So I can start with that as my low. I get a 5 coming out of my accumulation support zone. All right. I got a 5. Now I got targets, I got geometry, I've got a pattern I can recognize. This becomes, that for me to get long, that's the only way I would do it. Looking for that. Well, I guess something like that. And then you're going to get 1, 2. Is that going to be 3, 4, 5? Right? You got lots of upside there. But first, give me this. Right? Why are we in a hurry here? It's not good enough, is my point. It's not good enough to be in a hurry and put money at risk. It's not good enough. There's too many other things where it's going to be better. And no, unless you've got some vested interest, or you understand Veracity. Fuck, I have no idea what they do, right? But George probably does, right? Because he loves that fundamental research. So he digs in on these coins. Now maybe, right? So you've got a reason to be bullish. Okay, well, give me the technicals to support it. Okay, I got Link coming up here. It's also from GZ. Oh, look at the copy link. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry. All right, getting bullish on Chainlink. Oh, whoops, I got to do the copy here. Give me the big picture. All right, well, we've looked at this many times. I'm going to switch this just because I can see it better. We've looked at this dozens of times, right? Same idea here. We got all this accumulation. Psh, up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we doing in there? You're putting my 1 here. Let's go to a daily. I'm assuming A, B. That's nice. Okay. Now I'm in log scale. Do I need to be in log scale? Well, $4 to 4 times the range, yeah. Well, I would do both, right? You're kind of on the edge here. I'm kind of curious to see how we look here. Assuming I've got that right on it. No, do I? Yeah, I do. That's a big B up there. ABC of the B. That has to get up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, that's a big. It's legit though for a leading diag, right? 4 has to be bigger than 2. That's to qualify it. There's the 2 at the golden. That's not a great. Now that's out of log. In log, right, which is certainly valid to be looking here in log because of the range. Not as good. Well, it looks to me, or so, and perhaps this is a bit of a force fit here. A little bit, maybe, right? So, well, let's see. Can we finish it? Son of a bitch. We don't get a good finish there. That's why he's doing that. That flies, but I can't get that to finish, right? So this has to be the pivot. He's right about that, right? You can't. Oh shit. Now you're stuck with it. This has to be it right there. So that is the 5, the 1. So you got to go. He's right. You got to go A, B, C of the 2. But that's just a fucking horrible start. I don't even want to do that, right? So A, B, C. And you're doing it again, I suppose, right? You're stuck with what the market's giving you. 1, 2. Let's go to his 1 hour, see what he's got there. Oh, see, he's already done it for me. 1, A, B. Oh, that's good work, George. Down for the 2, which is just coming out of this supply or demand here. Just wick demand. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's not to like there? Other than this is a little, it's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle. You've got to work with what's there, right? This is a 5, so you don't have a lot of choices there. Is this a 3? You'd have to go A, B, C. It's, I know this is log scale, so it's going to fuck me up a little bit. If I take it out of log. Okay, so here's the range we're in. I've got a good impulse here. So why does we hold above this here, right? To come back here and test this range. Okay, well, you're not buying in support. You're buying in the discount. I should say it that way. You would not be, right? You for a 4, you'd never be buying in the discount, right? Because you're anticipating a more shallow retracement for a 4. Maybe a little deeper. What would be the incentive? Why might you anticipate it going a little bit deeper? Hopefully you can just see it. Right? I don't even have to put it on there. Right, imbalances, right? So we went up so fast, right? One side of the market doesn't get to participate, right? It just blows right through it. So coming back for the 4. Kind of like it right there. Up for the POC. Oof, let's measure it. Right, if this is the 1, that's the 2. That would be your 618 at the 2618, excuse me, at the 3. 4, 5. 1, 2. It's a little funky. I admit that. 1, 2. Well, let's draw it. It's a good habit to get into. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 is a little abnormal, but you got to take what's there. That's doable. That's doable. So you've gun to my head, right? I'm going to be a buyer, not a seller. And now we've got this nice set of median lines, which has already been tagged, so we can actually, he's got it locked. We can take that off. And now we'd go to traditional Elliott channeling. Okay, I got it. 3. All right, so you're looking for 4 to 5 and then 4 to 5, right? So you're looking for two 4 5s, 4 5s moves. And so again, big advantage for the Elliottician, big advantage. What am I looking for here? It doesn't have to be an impulse, but it's got to be a 5. So I know, right? It might be a, something wacky like this, right? You can have an extension in the 1. Right? We don't know. It may not be a perfectly symmetrical 5, but it's not optional. It has to be a 5. Or this count is incorrect, right? Or fuck, it's, A, B, C, or something else, right? If not this, then something else. Period. Huge advantage to a trader. It has to be a 5 for this count to hold. If it's not, right, what if I don't get a 5? Oh. A, B, C. A, B, W, X, right? So something else, right? Something else is happening. That is such a, I don't think the average new trader appreciates how substantial that is. That I have this advantage of it has to be that. SMC, market ICT, well, fuck, okay, well, got a new high. Where's the last? There's no absolute. This is absolute. Huge advantage, right? If you don't understand it, well, you need to be in our Discord and ask someone to talk to PK, right? He'll set you right. He's fucking master level 3, right? He'll set you right. Has to be. This is a huge advantage, right? If it wasn't, I wouldn't teach. I wouldn't stress this so much. We'd be doing nothing but market structure. The ultimate is combine the two. Okay, what do I got? Ben B. Oh, yep, I got that. So I got Ben B for Baidu. Did I get everything? I think I did. Okay, so I got Baidu. Let me get the link here. Well, NQ selling off, which makes me all the more bullish for the results later. Save that. What are we doing? No, it's down 35. It's not a lot. Okay, so Baidu. It's just for my own sanity. Okay, what do we got? I got a 5, so I got to back up. Ooh. Well, that's actually that's pretty good. 2, ABC. I know this Elliott stuff is all, your grandfather, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D. So we got A, triangle, B, C. So A, B, C. Looks like it's technical as well. Oop. Up for the 5. A. Okay, here's a nice example here. This is a good one, Ben B, because we have only one possibility here, whether it's a B or we get an impulse here for the C, it doesn't, or if it's 1, 2, and we go off to new highs. Either way, the next leg should be an impulse. Well, I suppose it could be a diag, right? A, B, we could have a diag here. But we need 5 swings for this to hold as a C of a B. Now, what's the, or as he's saying here, could be a 1, let's do it this way. It could be A, could be an A, or it could be a 1. How would we know? Well, part of it is, okay, if this is completed a 5, right? So what are we actually looking for? A deeper retracement. Now, again, market's not obligated to come down this. It's just, what does it typically do? Oh, let's get that on the right pivot. So what he's laying out as a roadmap here, and I think this would be his primary, is that. Right, or 2, B or 2. If it's 1, 2, 3, you're still looking for 5. If it's A, B, you're still looking for 5. What's the difference? Well, if it's going to be a B here, and we went 1, 2, I have to have an impulse here. So if I get a diag, I say, again, a nice example. One more advantage the Elliottician has over any other type of technical analysis. I have to, if this is 1, 2, this can't be a diag. If it's a diag, guess what happens? I lock and load that this is a B, and I've got conviction in myself. Doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to be a big sell-off. It just means that I can take this trade with conviction. If I get stopped out, okay, I got stopped out. But I take the trade with so much more conviction and confidence, and recognizing that, okay, well, if I'm taking it up here, I could probably put a stop here, or I could do this with options. And probably at this price point, you're doing it with options. But if I get a diag here, I'm very high probability I've got to be here. If I get an impulse, I'm still like, oh, 1, 2, well, it could be a 3. Fuck, it could be 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And we're going higher again. But now you come back to, okay, well, context is everything, right? So are we going to, is this going to be the low here after this? How many years is that? 20 years of an impulse. We're going to correct it here in this amount of time. Yeah, anything's possible. But does that seem probable? No. What'd they do here? Oops, going to the floor. Breakout traders having a bad year. Well, they're having a bad time in the market, period. They always do until they learn, and then they stop, right? But fortunately, there's a new crop always coming into the market. Okay, so, duh. Oh, let's get in there. What am I on? Weekly? Let's go back to a daily. Well, it looks like we're already pretty deep on this retrace, right, for a 2. Oh, pretty damn close. Oh, let's tighten that up. So we're a little sloppy down here. That's a clear break, which gives it, so what does that mean? This advantage bears. Now, does that mean we're rolling over here? Well, we don't know, but we've lost the algo here. Now, can I pick a smaller? Well, let me rephrase that. You're losing the big one, right, which you're going to have targets up here. You can get a baby one in here, right? You always want to have an algo holding the machete, right? We can get another one here, but look where its target is, little baby one. But it might get us started on the, what could that be, right? Then you think it through. Oh, if I were to pivot here, what would that be? Oh, likely that's the one of the 3, because remember, I have to, not optional, have to have an impulse here. or the count is wrong, or something else. If not this, then something else. Little sloppy there. So that all that does really is just add a little bit more to the conviction of like, I'm thinking this needs to get down much lower. Advantage bears. Clearly impulsive. Boy, it's got an extra little leg on it here. That's probably a combo. 3, 3, 5, W, X, Bush, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting kind of skinny down there. That's tradable. Shit. You know what? They got earnings. No, it's today, tomorrow. What do we got? Headline. They just had earnings. Surprise beat. Thus the pump. That's tradable. She's likely doing that with options as well. Got a clear exit. Low risk. You can give that, or of course with options, right? You can give it a little more room. So you're out at the pivot. 1, 2. Can you get 3, 4, 5? Right, A, B, C. What would be the obvious targets? Oops, bring that over. Obvious targets, right? Because what's going to happen here? Retail is going to go, oh, breakout. Oh, God. What would that be? Break of structure. What do we anticipate after that? Sell off, right? What happens to retail? They learn another hard lesson. Okay, right. So good stuff there, Ben B. But yeah, that's very viable. Shit, buy call spread. Selling out of the money put spread, a put credit spread. You could sell down here. Well, you could sell at 85, 75, depending on your risk tolerance. But if you're doing something like that, the whole point is this holds, right? If that breaks, you're out. You just close those trades, right? I know, hard to do with options because you can always, well, let's see what happens. Whereas opposed to a hard stop, you're taking out. Options, give it a little more time, right? Careful of that. I watched thousands of people lose money doing that. As an option broker for 10 years, I know what I speak of. Okay, so this is Ben B. I got another one from Ben B here. CVI. Sorry, okay, let me get that on. Hang on one sec, I gotta turn my AC up. Ooh, it gets hot in here. Okay. Let's make a copy here. Okie doke. It's just colors that I'm used to. Sorry, I'm just trading at the same time. Okay. All right. So here we go. What do we got here? CVR Energy. Boy, you guys give me the long term. All right. Long term is good, right? We can see the Elliott counts really stand out much better. Oh, what are we doing down here? Let's take that down a little bit. Shocking. I know. CVR Energy, golden zone. Probably just a coincidence. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, I got a pretty good kick there. 1. Is it? Oh, that's a good question, right? Is it a 1? Diag? Don't know the count, but I like the risk reward. So if it's WXY, then he's going 1, 2. Oh, Let's think about that. Oh. Sorry, market's all over the place. All right, where are we? Let's go to daily here. Okay, well, if this is a 1, of course, we can objectively draw this over here. Ooh. WXY, right? So, but if this is a 1, could this be the 4? Well, looks like you got a series going here. You do, right? Do you guys see that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you see that? Do you see with this? You hear me say things like, they don't care which side, right? Why do I say that? Because they get sequences like this. Shit, you may have another one in there. Maybe a little deep. Nope. There, you just, okay. 1, 2, 3. Now, they're not in the general vicinity. Kind of in the ballpark. Those are 3 perfect gold. Hopefully that starts to leave a mark in your psyche next time you're trading. Wow, I better pay attention to those. Whoa, I better take. I mean, what? I'm out of things to say about it, right? It's just, it's not why it moves, it's how it moves. Okay, so let's get all that off of here. Well, what might we consider here? We want to measure. Where'd we get? Okay, second most common. It's not, that's a 5. Is this a 5? It's not the best looking 5, right? You're going to pull the 1, 2, 3, 4 extension in the 5? You might. Well, this is what you'd be stuck with, right? Which is not a great looking count. Oh, shit. Can we even do that? Yeah, I guess we can. Ooh, that's pretty tight. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't love it. It's iffy, right? It would make me pause a little bit. I don't know that I'd be pushing too hard on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't say I love that. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that. It's up here a bit. Oh, here in blue. Okay, so 1. Let's just take that off. Okay, 1, 2. Giving me its possibilities. This is really fucking tight. It doesn't fly, right? So you can't get it as a diag because you need the overlap here. It doesn't fly, right? So you can't go A, B, C. It doesn't fly because you'd have to come back. And you didn't even get this one here if you were thinking A, B, C, 1. So that's not a great start, though. Let's get that out of there. Let me bring that back. Right, so here we go again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in this little series here, these are all golden zone perfect. Let's pull that out. Is that 4 coming in here? Well, let's measure it, right? When in doubt, right? Get out your measuring stick. 50. Well, that's clearly a B. So it would have to be this. A, B, C. 1, 2. It's a little fat. No, let's label it. All right, so 1. No, let's say you got it done. Seems a little optimistic. Not impossible. Bull algo is getting paid the whole way. You got a golden here, so what does that mean? It means I've got a golden corner here, which means I have 80% probability, not 100%, 80% probability of getting to that median line. 1, 2, is that going to be 3, 4, 5? It's a little funky, but well, the reason I say that is here. Look at the channeling. All right, we're kind of, let's bring it out here. I guess it could fly. Here, let's do, all right, so that's a little fat. I think you get my drift here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got to get back in that channel. You'd like it to get back in there. So this comes out of there. Okay, so now you're doing a sliding parallel, which, let's clone it. This, right, actually plays pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right on the edge here. Is it technical? You tell me. Technical? Yeah, it's technical. 3, 4, 5. Get you back into the channeling. Pretty good stuff right here. So here's another great example of why you never, ever, 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 ever. If you want to survive in the markets, you don't buy breakouts, right? Only new traders do that until they learn not to. All right, how'd that work out for them? 1, 2, looking for that. Nice one, Ben B. Good work. What did we show there? How many was it? Oh, I'm sure it's the same on the other side as well. That one's a 50. Oh, I could just go. I can go all day, right? There's no asset where I can't do it 100 times, right? Just because that's all it does. Okay, nice one, Pen B. Okay, crypto. Oh shit! Here, oh you got. Oh man, all the late. Holy shit, guys! Where were you when we were? Now you come. Okay, so I've got crypto Bentley. Jeez, I looked at that one. Crypto Bentley. Here, I didn't see much reason to. Equitable Holdings, but you're too late to be in anything here, right? So how many assets have we looked at, right? Do I need to say anything there? 1, 2, golden zone. 3, 4. Now we're not to target, right? We're sorry, 80% that was kicked here, right? We have 80% that we get there. Not there yet. So we buying it here to try and get the last little ping? Probably not. If this is 1, 2, is this going to be 3? Probably not. What did we just do here? Break of structure. Let's get this one out of there. All right, so we know that's golden, right? So we've got break of structure here. What are we into? Well, that's a little break. We got a very baby, little tiny retrace. Not much of one, but you got one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like this. It's got the legs to get there. You gonna bet against that? Oh, I look for those opportunities where I have 20% probability. That's the trading I like. No, you're not going to do that. Right? I'm saying that facetiously, of course. Now, do we know it's going to get there? No, we don't know anything. But odds are, yeah, it will. Now, ping there. If it pings there, again, what are we completing there? Probably not the 3. Probably the 1 of the 3. So with that big break of structure here, and this is another break of structure here, and on the daily here, do you see? If I'm assuming you see that, here's the next break of structure right here, right? So this break of structure, we're still anticipating that retrace, which would set you up for, if that completes, if right? What are we looking for? 3 down, right? We've got 5 followed by 3, 5 followed by 3, 5 followed by 3. It seems like, oh, come on, man. It can't be that simple. Really? How long have we been applying Elliott Wave? 95 years? I mean, at some point, you got to say, God damn, the market does seem to move in 5s and 3s. I don't care if it's 2024, and that was pioneered in 1934. Did the market change? Did human nature change? That's what Elliott Wave is founded on. fear and greed. Until human nature changes, it's going to be 5s and 3s. Just how it rolls. Okay. EQH. Crypto Bentley. All right. CZA. Coming in late. Some of these guys. I had to give them a bit of a nudge. I almost didn't do it because the initial response was so lame. I had to give them a nudge. Remind them I do this for their benefit, not for mine. Okay, here we go. Tezos. Okay, I got to pull back a little bit here and see where we're coming from. CZA, XTC. So big question mark. Yeah. So sometimes with crypto, it's, what the fuck. But in the middle of what the fuck, clarity. What? Well, what have we done? 10 charts? How many times have I shown it? 25? Sooner or later, you got to just accept it. Can't fight it. Why? Why would you fight it? Why would you fight that? Oh, I'm selling it next time I see that. Okay. I'm here to help you, not to put you in trouble. Okay, that's an 8 hour. Let's go to a 2. I kind of like what he does here where he fills in the background. That's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, or technical 2. Let's get in there. This is just my old brain. Got some wicks through there. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, what would you think there? Yeah, that's a true double, so you can't go 1, 2. He's got this. I like this here. I like this, though. I like the way he does that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, is there any... Oh, let's see. It's going to do it here. Well, God damn, can we get it? I have to go lower time frame. Yeah, barely. Boy, it actually looks better here now. We're leaving behind this fair value gap, so I'm going to pull this off since we know we have a good pivot here for that 5. Let's get this out. Okay, so this has to be my low. Do I get a 1, 2 there? Oof. You're pushing it there, but you've got a giant fair value gap there. All right. Big one here below, right here, right? So we know so that means we've got a big demand zone just below. We have an order block there. Here, I don't have to label it. So looks like we've got to go A, B, C here. It looks like we've got to go A, B, and this is 5. So I'm going to tentatively put the 1 here. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, let's put that up there. Oops. Okay, so again, the precision that comes and the certainty. Well, maybe certainty is the wrong way to phrase it. I have invalidation, right? If this is 1, 2, and this is 3, if that's 3, yeah, given the 2, I'd be leaning that direction. So let's label it. 1, 2, would be the 3, 4, A, B, C of the 3. Let's just see. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you can barely squeeze it out of there. A, B, C is how you'd have to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2. Oh, shit. It's not great. You might have to do that as a WXY. WX. It's A, B, C. Shit. And I'm on a 30. You don't have a great structure there. Well, let's look at it here from the 2 through the 4. Whoops. 50 to the tick. Oh, maybe within a tick or two. If I get that right on it. What do I got there? The God MA. All right, so right to the 50. 1, 2. Were you buying that? Well, you certainly have a low risk opportunity there. It didn't tap this, right? Which would be my only hesitation. We didn't mitigate this. But you got what's your risk, right? If it overlaps that, you're out. I suppose the other alternative here is you're looking at it something like this, that the 5 would be in here. The 2 and the 4 aren't great here, but you're coming down deeper. So we'd have to go here on the assumption that we're going to get a 2 here. And it's, again, whether it's doesn't matter, right? It's 3, right? That's what you're after. If you want to get into the, oh, fuck, something like that, right? So here's the 3, 5 followed by 3, 1, 2, right? So that's you're more bullish there. I actually might prefer that. Is that a 5? Is it? Is it? Maybe you could talk yourself into that. Well, you know, how much do you want to be in this trade? Right now we're down to the 5, which I do not like to trade off of. Counts get so squirrely down here and they change all the time. I don't think I would. It's not good enough here. You're already what you'd have to be looking at it this way. You'd have to be thinking, oh shit, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that out of there. It's okay. It's a little bit of a little hopium. Well, you could certainly take it with the stop here, right? If you would probably take this a little leverage, right? Because it's so close. Okay, if it comes down and sweeps this, well then you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something else, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a great looking B, is it? See, I love this one. I might. We're already on a 15. If I come back to a 60, I'd probably hold here. CZA. I'd like it better if it came a little bit lower. We came here. Towards this mitigated this this fair value gap here. It might go right. Then you'd be back here saying, God, did we have that wrong? Is this the 4? Could be. Well, so if you're going to take it off of the retrace here, pivot at the low here, and then you're just anticipating you're up for the 5, and that gets it done. This would have to be up a degree, right? And that gets it done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Better go. Low risk. It's okay. You like the RSI over 50, right? So maybe come back a little further, right? Just to show strength of the trend. Doable, right? You know, it's not, you're not going for a home run there, but that might get you. And then we could put let's always, right? Let's get the channeling right. Right now, that's all I've got to work with is the 1 and the 2. Just take that down to the 1, right? That's all I got to work with. Okay, well, as long as I stay in this channel here, I'm still thinking I've got my 3, 4, and 5 still yet to come. I probably like that better. Just for the geometry. For the 4. Okay, so you're in for the 5, right? So the only well, I guess we tapped it, right? You just got right on the edge of it. You take that, stop under the pivot. Very low risk. If it goes, great. You probably got, Jesus, what would you have there? Fuck. I mean, very low risk. Minimum here would be this. There's 5 to 1. If you get a bigger kick in the 5th, maybe you get 7 to 1. Pretty low risk. Tradable. Okay, thanks for that one, CZA. Echelon. I'd love to see Prime USD. Okay, let's look at Prime USD. You didn't give me a chart, but that's okay. Let's Prime. I don't think I've ever looked at Prime. Prime USD. Coinbase. Go to daily here. Okay, we're in log. Do we need to be in log? Yeah, I guess we do. From $1 to 25, 30 bucks. Well, that's got to be our 3. Right? So we can just look down here. We go, okay, well, where's the highest, where's the strength of the Elliott oscillator? Seems pretty reasonable. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, might be here. 3, 4, 5. Now, you can look at this and go, why are we measuring back here? Why do we care? Why do we care? What I care about is how technical is it? Where's the highest probability location for a wave 4? Between the 23 and the 38. What do we do for the wave 4? 38 to the tick, right? So it just gives you like, okay, this is trading very technically. That's what it's telling you. It's not like, oh shit, I should have traded that. Well, yeah, sure, you should have. How's the channeling? Right? How's it playing ball? Right? As an Elliottician, how are we looking? Right? Is it following along here? Is it? You tell me. Well, if that's completed, what? It's not rocket science. What's next? Not that we know. What does it usually do? Do we know that's coming? No. Well, it's W maybe. A, B, C, W, X, right? Some sort of 3, right? It just doesn't matter. You can put A there. Looking for 3 here, right? Well, if I get 5, I know I'm wrong. Is that? Oh, look, we broke the consequent encroachment, and now here we got the. I shouldn't laugh. Consequent encroachment was wicked here, and now we got it to the tick here, so we're leaving behind some fair value gaps. Okay, well, why would you assume something else? Oh, I'm 1, 2, 3. I know it's going. Okay, why? How do you know? Well, got MA. Right? We're above, right? Are we clear about the trend? Yeah, we're clear about the trend. Do we have a 5? Yeah. Do we have a 3? Well, we have the start on the 3. But if we're thinking about location, right? Again, this market's under no obligation to come down here. It's just that's what it usually does. Am I going to sell it up here? No. It's an uptrend. If I wanted to sell it for any reason, I would have to be doing this, right? I'd be selling here with a clear exit. Right, A, B, C. If it's X, oh shit, I may get A, B, C. I don't know what I'm going to get yet because I don't know what I'm going to get here. But here's one thing I do know. If this is going to be an A, B, C into an X, whether it's X or 1, 2, this is going to be a 5. Right, that's a pretty big advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have it. Actually, I might have 1, 2. Let's look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 4. Let's go to a 1. Sure looks like I've got that first bit. Doesn't look like we made a 50. All right, so again, good example. Like it's not like it's obligated. It didn't come down here. Right? Fair value gap held it. Right? Maybe the got MA held it, but I got a candidate for a 2. Okay, well, what? Right? I don't have to wonder about what's next. We got the algo target. That's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? We're gonna get that. Go to 30. Looks like you're underway there. Is that the 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got the ingredients for it. Or is that 1, 2, 1, 2? Or it looks kind of shallow for that. Well, let's measure it. Maybe we're going to have an extension in the 1, right? We got it. Oops, wrong one. Let's think about the alternates, right? So we've only done 1, 6, 1, 8. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again, right, we get specificity, right? This is the advantage the Elliottician has over every other technical approach. If this is coming down here and we're going to go golden zone, then I don't, no is the wrong way. The odds are very high that I'm in a 1, 2, and I've got 3, 4, 5. Still, I've got much bigger targets here. So let's change that. Green. All right. So if it's 1, 2 and I come down this deep, I'm thinking, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. This all gets pushed way higher, right? Because now I'm looking for this. Hopefully that makes sense to you, right? I know if you're new to Elliott, it's a little like, wait a minute, what? Okay, look, I've got 5 followed by 3 followed by 5. Okay, well, what's the alternate? Well, it could be a zigzag. Yeah, it could be. Would that make sense? If this is a W, I got 5 here, I got 3 here. I got 5 here, I got 3 here. Right? You can just work through the 5s and the 3s, right? This is the genius of Elliott Wave. You don't have to take my word for it, ever, on anything we teach. You don't ever have to take my word for it, because I don't give you opinion. Well, sometimes I give you opinion. But for the most part, what we're trying to do is be completely objective about it, as much as we can be. So then you're not going, no, fuck, I had a hunch we were going higher. Can you replicate that? Can you teach that? No. Now, you might have great hunches and be the number one hunch trader, but odds are you can't repeat it over time. What we're teaching you is something you can repeat. Any chart, any time frame, any asset category, doesn't matter. Right? It makes absolutely no difference to me what the members post here. Zero. Because they all trade the same way. And I can analyze them all the same way. If you're not doing it the same way every time, you've lost your edge. Right? Does that make sense? That's not rocket science. That should make sense. If you don't have an edge, you're just pumping money into a black hole. You might as well just send it to the market makers. That's all you're doing. If you don't have an edge, first thing, you've got to find an edge and then believe you've got an edge. I don't wonder. I know I have an edge. I don't have to wonder about it. I've been doing it for 30 years. I know I have an edge. I'm trying to give you that same confidence. But I don't know that it's going to take you 30 years. That's just the experience bank I have to draw from. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Right? You could teach that to a 7th grader. Right? They'd probably trade it better than you and I would, because they would just go, oh, well, fuck, it's a 5, it's a 3. Well, I know what to do next. Like we go, oh, well, I don't know. Shit, I saw something on Twitter about this. I saw it in my feed. This might sell off. We complicate it. A 7th grader is just going to go 5, 3. Well, fuck, I'm buying it. Where's your stop? Oh, put it under the nose reason pivot, right? They probably outperform all of us because we're going to complicate it with our intellect. Well, we're smarter than the market. We're smarter. No, you're not. All right, Prime USA, right? You're kind of waiting for that to see how deep that retrace is, right? Do we go a little bit deeper so I can call it a 2? Until then, I don't know what I got. Sure looks like 1, 2, 1, 2. If it comes down lower, well, then I'm thinking, oh, shit, A, B, C, something else is happening here. I got a big A, I got a B, I got a C. Oh, well, I'm combo. X, Y, Z. If not this, then that. And if not that, then this. Sienna plays. Oh, man, the NQ is really selling off. Oh, I just got stopped out. Son of a bitch. That's what I get for trying to trade during a live stream. All right. Yeah, let's see. I'm being arrogant. I think it's all just manipulation, because I'd be very surprised if we don't get a big rally later. Not today, then tomorrow. Okay, right. I digress. Where am I? Yeah, Sienna Plays wants Amazon. Shit, I thought I had Amazon up here. Let's look at it. I was looking at this recently. Amazon. I thought I had some T on this, but I don't. I mean, I do somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Oh my God. What? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that Amazon is doing a 5? No way. This shit doesn't work anymore. No way. No way they're doing 5s and 3s. Not Amazon. Well, that's a daily. What just happened up here? Did we get a close above? Not quite, did we? Not quite, if I'm right on it. Pretty tight. Yeah, it's a close. Let's see, I can use it. Let's see if they gave it to us. Software coded it. Yes, it did. Right. So we got multiples. Right. We got this break. Right. Another. And so if we go again, that's another break. It's not a great looking 3, but some reason to assume something other than this. Okay, right. Let's use all the tools that we have, right? Everything we teach here. And again, it's the same way every time. Hopefully that's starting to sink in, right? That's the advantage, right? So if this is an A, B, oh fuck, what are we doing there? W, X, Y, almost doesn't matter. Oh, let's get a wave 4 on there. How do we do? Oh, 38 to the tick, right? What a shocker. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Looks like there's more kick there, right? You want to bet against Amazon now? I wouldn't, right? But do you want to buy the highs? Well, the only market where you can get away with that with any regularity is equities. Although, how'd it work out here? How'd it work out here? How'd it work out here? How'd the selling work out? Well, you got a little bit. Let's just do this. Let's focus on the swing up. We don't need all that history necessarily. 1, 2, order block. 3, 4. Next leg is another break. Well, is there a trade here? Is there something to do here? Well, the assumption would be, do we have a 5 there? You know, I don't know that you do. Let's get in there on a 1. Here, I'm going to take that off for a sec. It looks like you might have. Looks like you might have an ABC there. Right? So how would that realize? Right? Likely, you'd have to get a disappointment in NVIDIA, which is certainly possible, right? The expectations are so insanely high that if they aren't absolutely perfect, right, it's all priced in already, right? It better be perfect or everybody's going to come down. Now, not trend change, but you're going to get some disappointment. That's a bit of a wag there. 1, 2. That looks like 3, 4. It looks like you got to do that as 5. 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5, 3. I can't say I love that. Well, okay, look here. So again, we can be definitive about it here. Oh, come here. If this is the 1, and this is the 2, right, and this is the 3, oh. Wow. Makes it look like that's more like a B, right? So, okay, now could it be a diag? Well, could be, yeah, of course. I'm on a 60. That's not particularly great, and it looks like it's a 50. Oops. Yeah, that's a 50. All right, to and through target. Right, it's a little skinny. Looks likely they were filling a gap there. Right, all they were doing was filling the gap. Well, ideally, right, you just hurry up and wait. Okay. If it comes down, I got a big, did they get any of it? They got some of it. No, they didn't. So I've got this pocket down here, right on the edge of the channeling, right, that's tied to the context of the prior count. See, this looks like this, right? Looks like this, looks like this. 1, 2, 3, oh. Right, look, do you see that? If I label it, I'm assuming you do. A, B, oh fuck, W, X, Y, either one, right? But I got to swing, I got to pivot high here. Think of it, right? Put your market structure hat on. What do we get there? Break of structure. What's after a break of structure? Retrace. Another break of structure here, retrace. Break of structure, retrace. So why would you buy it? FOMO. Already had earnings. Got the Fed, right? So that could fuel it, right? But do you want to, right now, virtually everything is being interpreted as bullish, as we sit at new all-time highs. Everything, no matter if it's bad news, it's Fed's going to lower. If it's good news, wow, the economy's roaring. Wow, everything is being spun as good news. So the market just wants to go higher. Well, the market always, stock market always wants to go higher. Always, forever. That will never change. It wants to go higher. So it has to have a reason not to. What's the reason for it not to? Well, we don't have one. Oh, they're not going to hike, or they're not going to lower. This has been that they're not going to lower rally for how long? It's the beginning of the year. They're not gonna lower. They're not gonna lower. So if they're not gonna lower, what's stopping this trend? What could potentially stop the trend? Oh, they lowered. See what I mean? Everything doesn't matter, right? The market wants to go higher, so it's going to keep going higher, right? Until it has a reason not to. Right now, we have no reason for it not to, right? We just have, okay, break a structure, retrace, 5s and 3s. That's all we have, right? That's it. And money management, and again, as I remind you, this is the easy part. The TA is the easy part. Once you're in the market, different story. Oh, man. Okay, PK, I know that's going to be good, but no way I'm going to get, holy shit. Yes, I'm a Greek, Christonos. I thought you would. Okay. Shit. I got a lot here. How am I doing on time? Oh, fuck. Here, I was worried we're going to have enough, and I'm already over. PK, because I know that you'll post yours in the Discord. Moro has got something going on here. I think you're good. Look how good my charts. I think you are good. Would have labeled one differently. So Moro knows what he's doing. Okay, let's see what he's doing. All right, so he's having a little back and forth with PK. Shit, hang on, guys. I don't have a chart. PK's giving me Tesla. We did that one already. And I certainly want to see what PK's thinking, but all right, let's take PK's chart here. Let's look what he's got here, and then we'll wrap it up here since I'm over already. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got to see what he's thinking. Okay, so this is Moderna. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so the expanding triangle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you guys seen that? Yeah, you are. Okay. Expanding triangle for the B. So I got an A, I got a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a C. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4-hour Moderna. Is that what you guys are looking at? Let's see. Yeah, it is Moderna. So this is Mora. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Mora. I think it is, or Moro. Okay. All right. So 1, 2. 1, 2 is what that looks like to me. Moderna stuff. Shit, do I even need to look at it? I don't think I do. Well, here, you guys get this. So if I zoom it up, let me get it over here so you guys can see it. All right, so it looks like you got 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like we've got, oh shit, I can't draw on this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks like 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, actually. 3, 4, 5. So this being, can you guys see this here? Yeah. So this being 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, this could be a little. You want to put the 4 here, but you got a 4 here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Very bullish. So it looks like you've got a clean finish via the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give you that good finish. 1, 2, right? So there's the failure swing, right? Because you're like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low. Oh, whoop. Well, that pivot held. Right now I got what happens here: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Right? So trend change. Well, we got the ingredients. Well, you can certainly look at this as potentially a 3. So then you'd be thinking W or ABC, X, ABC. No reason to assume that at the moment since you're at the 50, right? You got that's if this is a 2. Oh shit. Do I have this chart there? If this is a 2, let's see, did I get that one? This is from Morrow, the member Morrow, ABC 1, 2, right? So he's got he's thinking the same thing. 1, 2, looks like 1, 2. We're going for 3. You've got a corner pocket here with the median lines as a target. So no, well, so what do you do now, right? So if you're not in it now, you're waiting for the 4, right? If the 3 to complete, 4, 5, right? Don't do it would be a little dangerous, right, to chase here, right? So you've already look here. The 1 would be the break of structure. Okay, we're going, but we're anticipating a retrace. That would be the 4 for the 5, right? So you're too late to chase the 3. Well, in my opinion, you're late to chase the 3. So you'd have to wait, right? Now that means, that you're going to not participate there if that's where it's going. You're going to wait for the 4, and you're going to trade the 5, right? Because what will that be? If this is the 2 at this degree, that's not going to be 3. That's going to be the 1 of the 3. So 3 brings it back down to probably where you're sitting right now. So you're not going to miss anything long term, likely. We can't say. But if you're going to be buying the 2, pretty much right where it is right now, assuming this completes. ABC, we go again. All right, guys, I got to wrap it there. We're late. And the rest of this looks like it's a back and forth between PK and Morrow. Thanks to all the guys here that posted. PK, I'm only going to that because we looked at Tesla. Okay, guys, to all that are here hanging out with us and that watch after the fact, which I know is the majority of people, we appreciate it. I hope you learned something, right? It's kind of the idea of why we do this. It's hopefully members get something out of it and you get reinforcement here. And those of you that are watching, well, we'd love to have you join us, right? Just come in for free, right? You can always post. You can post on these live streams. You can be a free member and just post up your charts, and maybe you'll find yourself a new home. Okay, guys, have a good one. What's today? Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday. You guys stay safe.